my connection with Kev Brown kicked off a lot for me. You know, meeting Kev Brown and rapper at the time, Cy Young, at an open mic spot called Bar None, which was really popular in DC. And that's where a lot of artists would go to shed, you know, back in the late 90s and early 2000s to perfect their craft and that whole thing, you know, through Kev and Cy, I met DJ Jazzy Jeff. And when I met Jeff, my world opened up to a whole nother. My world really opened up musically. I was already blossoming and blooming, but when I got with Jeff, who was a DJ, and then I met, I met Kenny Dope and Louis Vega through Jeff. I met DJ Terry Hunter from Chicago through Jeff. I met Todd Terry indirectly through Kenny Dope through Jeff. You know what I mean? So like, I mentioned those guys in particular. I mean, a lot of different DJs, a lot of different really cool artists. You know, before the world knew the names of cats like Masego and Sir. Like I met them guys through Jazzy Jeff at his house. You know, retreats and different stuff like that. You know, and so. Eric Roberson, my first encounter was with through, you know, Jazzy Jeff, you know, through his platform. So, you know, being able to travel with him before the world knew my name, you know, going to places like Spain and Scotland for less than 24 hours and see him DJ and play all these different genres of music, or, you know, see you know, go different places and see the diversity and see that, you know, that where there's no people like me, you know people of black and brown color there, but they, you know every word to a song that I may have, you know, wrote over one of his tracks and we put it out, you know, at that time. Like, I learned a lot, you know, and I learned that music is colorblind. I learned that, you know, music is genreless. You know, I think that combination of that in particular, I think my last job I had was at Tower Records. You know, once upon a time when people bought records and walked into a record store and bought actually tape cassettes or CDs and vinyl. And we had all these different, you know, options on the technology. You know, digital stuff started coming out. You could go to the stations and listen to the projects before you bought the album. I just remember all of that, and you know, that was the last job that I had, so that definitely opened me up tremendously. I learned so much, you know, from working at Tower Records, and how much music was just out there. Even during COVID, you know, starting my Garden of Love session that I do every Saturday, which is kind of it's like my version of like the Quiet Storm. But we do B-sides. We just it's slow jam after slow jam, but it's forced me to have to like listen to more music. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you can't, whether you skimming through it or you listen to the whole album, whatever, you gotta go find, cause you gotta scour and find slow jams. Cause my whole thing is like, I don't want to play the same stuff every week. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I want to take the listener somewhere they already been to a moment. You know, music creates moments. So I want to take them somewhere they've already been, but then I also want to play some stuff that's going to make them be like, yo, who's that? Or I wasn't up on that. Or the first time I heard this record that I now like is because Raheem DeVaughn put me onto it and played it for me. You know what I mean? And that's my own little special way of preserving the culture and the music that I like. You know, so definitely, you know, the fact of working at Tower Records, you know, my experiences meeting Jazzy Jeff and all the other people because just from meeting him, I met so many cool people and just have so many cool relationships to this day. You know what I mean? And I learned that that's what real icons do. You know what I mean? You want to put people on. You know, even now I just took on a head of A&R position over at SRG, ILS, and you know, some of my label mates over there, Johnny Gill, Ralph Tresvant, Avant, Brian McKnight, Gino Vanelli, Vivian Green, Kwame. You know, it's a lot of dope energy over there. You know what I mean? And but more importantly, like it's icons. Like, you know, a lot of those guests that I named had records out before the world knew my name. So it's like the fact that I'm part of this company now, and the head of it, the A&R over there can be involved in their creative process or has some 2 cents or something. It really speaks to the integrity of, you know, the company and the fact that they trust my ears. And it's like, okay, I must be doing something right out here.